Hello, Andrew from AJ's Construction. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways. I know you don't have a website, but I'm going to show you 3 ways that if you did have one, how it could help you out and beat your competitors. So the 3 things I'll cover today are content, citations, and backlinks. So since I found you actually on Home Advisor, Andrew, and I know you don't have a site, I'm actually going to show you Barnett Roofing because they're one of the top ones in the Knoxville area. So I'm going to kind of show you their site, show you what they did, and if you are ready to build a site or something you thought about or want to build it yourself even, this will give you some really good pointers for it. So if we look at their page, the first thing we want to talk about is content, and we're looking to find about 1,500 words on the homepage. That's what Google recommends. So we're going to count the words here roughly. And just based on what I've seen, they probably have under 600 words of content. And one other thing though that will help is if they have, this is kind of a blog here. Let's see, they do have blogs. Having a blog can actually accomplish the same goal. The idea is Google wants you to put a lot of information out there. People are going to want to find that information. Google's going to rank you higher for your website so that people can find you. And of course, it helps you too because it brings in more customers and visitors to your site. But the other reason it's important to have a lot of content on your page is the more content you have, the more keywords you can put into that content. So as I've put in here, roofing Knoxville, Tennessee, this is a really good keyword for the area. This also brings in new customers, right? So if I'm a new customer, first thing we're going to see are these companies paying for ads right now. All right, and that's the first thing a new customer would see. The second thing they're going to see is this map pack, also called a GMB or Google My Business. And the way to get this is going to bring us to our second topic, which is citations. And the top 3 companies on the map pack show up in this preview window. We can see that with the view all here. You see the rest. But these ones are on the regular search, right? So they're going to get a lot of exposure. They're going to get a lot of clicks, a lot of phone calls to this number. Getting in the top 3 is huge. So the way to get these, though, is to get your business name, address, and phone number all listed into directory sites. These are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, even Home Advisor, where you are, right? And to get those in there, then you link them back to your site. As long as all the information's the same, they'll link up, and that will get you on here. But you don't want just any link. You want ones that are related to your field. So as long as they're related, it will help you out, and you'll get to the top 3, and it's going to make a huge difference in phone calls and business you get. All right, after that, we're going to dive into the organic section. This is where we're going to get 10 results for every page. And these show up in reference to our keyword, roofing Knoxville, Tennessee, right? So the first person on this list is going to be number 1. That's Barnett Roofing. That's our kind of sample site there, or we're using them as our target. Number 2, Home Advisor, right? It's a directory. Number 3, Better Business Bureau, another directory. Now the fact that there's 2 directories of the top 3 is a really good thing because directories are easier to beat than another company. Because Google prefers that a local company, as Barnett showing there ahead of all of them, they prefer a local company over directory. All right, so next, I've taken Barnett Roofing Knoxville.com, plugged it into a program that I use called Eris that I pay for. This just shows me kind of how their site's performing. Normally, you would see a header on the top of the page. It would be in bold, big letters. And normally, you put like your business name up there as well as a few keywords. This allows Google to find you a little bit easier in searches. So let's dive into the numbers a little bit, right? So this is our third topic, which is backlinks. Backlinks are just links that when people click them, it's going to redirect them back to your website. And referring domains are just websites that these links are on. So a great example would be a Facebook business page, right? If you had one for Barnett, let's say, Barnett Roofing, let's say they make a Facebook business page, right? Their business page is their referring domain. And the part where it has their web address, and they can put that in just like this, that's going to be their backlink. And when you click that on their Facebook business page, it's going to redirect you back to their website. And that's going to help you obviously bring in more people. Now, the other great thing about referring domains is these are websites pointing back to your site with links, right? But the more that point back, the higher this UR number is going to get. This is Google's trust in your website. And so the more sites that are referring back to you, the more trust you're going to get. We can actually see their power here is pretty low. And that's because only 18 of their 39 sites pointing back to them are powerful sites. So increasing that would increase their power. Now, the higher your trust, though, the more keywords you can be found for. They're found for about 347 keywords. These are what really bring in the visitors to your site. And the 347 they have are bringing about 232 visitors to their website every single month. And we've found that about 100 visitors usually equals about 20 to 30 actual phone calls on the conservative side. And so, that's going to be however many of those you guys close based on estimates and, of course, jobs. On a conservative side, it's probably at least 2 to 4 jobs per month. So looking at their keywords, we're going to find out where are their visitors coming from. We can see right away, right? Roofing, Knoxville, Tennessee. 100 people search this every month. Knoxville Roofing Companies. Another 100 search this every month. Roofer, Knoxville, Tennessee. 200 search it every month. Roofing Contractors, Knoxville, Tennessee. 150 more search it every month. Knoxville Roofing Contractor, 100. Knoxville Roofing, 100. Knoxville Roof Repair, 80. You can see there's a lot of volume in the area. And by not having a website, Andrew, this is what you're missing out on. Right? So these calls would come right to you instead of having to go through, other means to get those jobs. So now let's look at the top one here. So these are all for new customers. So Roofing, Knoxville, Tennessee. There's no company name here. They're not looking for a specific company, just a company. So they're in the top spot, number 1, right? There's 10 results per page on Google. So if you want to be on that first page, and believe me when I tell you that you do, you want to be in the top 10. So number 1 is the best you can do. Now, if you're in the number 1 spot, typically you're going to capture anywhere between, normally it's between 20 and 37%, but we can see right here that they've passed that because they're getting 44 visitors of the 100 to their website. So they're doing actually even better than that. They're getting 44% on that one. So you can see how the actual visitors to their site starts to add up, and that's where that number came from for how many visitors they have. Just in the top 2, they have 85. Top 3, they've got 100 right there. So this would be 20 or 30 phone calls a month, if not more, maybe 40. I went conservative, but that would be that. Then we got another 15, 13, 10. You add up another bunch of these. They have their name here, people who search by name. You can see how that really adds up and can really kind of skyrocket your business. All right, Andrew, but now that we've talked about, everything that we do and kind of a lot of the volume that you're missing out on by not having a website, the question really is, what do you want to do with it, right? So if you don't want a website, you're happy with how things are right now with Home Advisor and everything, you don't have to do anything with it, of course. If you're thinking about building a site, maybe you know how to do it yourself or you want to do it. I've given you a bunch of tips now of what to do. Put 100 words on your homepage. Put in those keywords, those top ones. Get those citations in there, get those good links in there, the strong ones, and, your site will start ranking. I've given you kind of the blueprint. Number 3, if you really want to grow, you want to build, you decide, I want to build a website. I'm missing out on hundreds of people visiting my site and just calling me directly, and I don't have to compete with other companies for these, customers, where I know you do in some other, like Home Advisor and whatnot. If that's what you're thinking, give me a call. I can answer any questions for you. We can set up a 5-10 minute phone call, no big deal. I can give you some more information. I'll give you a call anyway just to follow up and see what you thought of the video. Thank you for your time, though. Really appreciate it. Have an excellent day.